8:30. I'm getting a late start to my dinner tonight, so we're just gonna do, I guess, black bean salad, I guess you would call it. And while that happens, I'll meal prep some Brussels sprouts for tomorrow. Because as much as I don't want to have Brussels sprouts for tonight, I'll mortgage tomorrow's happiness by not having the sprouts tonight. So let's get started. You're gonna want your knife sharp, ready to go. Now this doesn't sharpen it, but it does get the blade lined up in a nice little line. No need to rush. Nice smooth strokes at about a 20-degree angle. Oh, appreciate it, Angela. How you doing? What's going on, real deal? So, that being said, I really gotta get a better ice tray. Just plain root beer. The ice back in the freezer. What's up, Peter? So, don't be annoying, Angela. You're getting spammy here. And we know you're like 12, so at least try to pretend. Hey, what's going on, Janine? I'm doing good. How are you tonight? I'm just gonna make some vegetables for tomorrow and then make a quick dinner tonight here. Should be good, quick and dirty. Need a trash bowl though. Well, these are going to be roasted Brussels sprouts, but I don't think I'm going to eat them tonight. But we're going to make kind of a black bean salad, I guess, and then we're going to dice a pork chop. Might put some barbecue in, I don't know. And that's going to be tonight's dinner. These are just going to be kind of a roasted vegetable for the rest of the week. Because I have a feeling that I'm going to be busy and I'm not going to get a chance to come home and make lunch tomorrow. Yeah, I like to leave some of the loose leaves in there because they get nice and crispy. Now you don't want to crowd your pan. You want to leave some room for the air. You don't want it to be kind of like a slum. You want the Brussels sprouts to be nice and like a nice townhouse neighborhood where there's room for everybody. Not quite suburbia. They don't need that much space. For me, it's 8:40 p.m. What about you, Janine? I do like to get that little short, stubby portion. Yeah, it is. Hey, what's going on, Ace? Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Michigan, so I know the time zone, but currently I live in Hawaii, so I get a lot of nighttime weirdos and, some normal people from the West Coast. Or shift workers from back east, whatever keeps you up. No, Eric, I just like to cook. I mean, find it relaxing, and I get really frustrated when I go out to eat and then buy a meal that I can make better. But no, I just learned a little bit everywhere I've been. So, and when you do something every night, you tend to get a little bit better. I mean, obviously, you could fit more in, but there's several servings of Brussels sprouts. I generally don't meal prep for more than a day or two at a time. So we're just going to go olive oil in. Let's see, how do we season these? Just salt. Garlic powder. What's going on, Bryce? How you doing? Well, yeah, I mean, we know you're not normal, Peter. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of late for cooking dinner today, for me today. Usually I'm on about an hour earlier, but busy day at work and then had to run and do some stuff. Put some chili powder on there. Oh. No. If you drop ice on the floor, go ahead and dry it up because you don't want me tripping on that shit or slipping. Ooh, god damn it. Pardon me. Stab myself with a little bit of foil there. And just a little bit of, a little bit of balsamic vinegar here. That came out a little quick on me. Doesn't happen all the time, but once in a while. Well, that's all right. And every once in a while, I'll put a sweetener of some sort, either honey or brown sugar, or just a sprinkle of normal sugar in there. Or a little bit of maple syrup, yeah. I don't know. Happy Monday, Bryce. Pop these in the oven for, 25, 30 minutes at 400 Fahrenheit or whatever. I would love a Hawaiian princess to cook me meals, but I gotta live, give me like 2 months and it'll be perfect. I'll find one. All right. Yeah, well, that's called the two for the price of one, Peter. But that's very, discriminatory. There's a lot of good-looking people on this island. I mean, nah, I'm not really talking to anyone right now. Living my life, getting back in shape, talking to you fine people. Things will work out. All right, here. Let's go ahead, get that on the heat. We did get a good run in today, though, so that was pretty cool. I'm gonna run and lift tomorrow, so it'll be good. A tablespoon of butter in. Excuse me. Where's my cue? You're gonna learn this one day, Bryce, but when you got priorities, things fall in place, You never want to be needy, alright? Oh, thank you, Janine. God bless you, too. Yeah. So, black beans. Go ahead, throw those in there. Cool. Now let's see here. What can we do while we wait for that? The remains of this sad-looking romaine lettuce. What? Whatever. It's a space filler. Oh, well, these things happen, Alright, there we go. There's the base of the salad. There's a little bit of crunch in there. Whatever. Yeah, it also looks like romaine lettuce that is, kind of lost its stiffness. What's the word I'm looking for? Flaccid? Yeah, flaccid lettuce. There we go. But it's alright. It doesn't need to do much. Alright, so put that off to the side. Oh no, what's this? It's a tomato. Holy, who would have thought? Alright. What's he gonna do with this tomato? I don't know. Looks like he's slicing it. Now he sliced it. Is he gonna dice it? Caprese tostini. No, is that just like toast with mozzarella, basil, and tomato? Eric, help me out here. I know what caprese is. I don't know what the tostini is. Cool. Yeah, it's been pretty good. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. They fold it over like a sandwich, or is it just kind of toast? I don't know, tomato, bread. I would guess then goes a little bit of cheese, tomato, basil, cheese on top, with a drizzle of the vinegar over the top. Keep your wood dry. Yeah, how's yours, Bryce? So we got that stirred up here. Let's make sure we get all the colors of the rainbow represented. Jalapeno here. Okay, yeah, that does sound good, Eric. I will give that a try someday, but tonight is not the day. Jalapeno is going to go in. I might add some more onion later, but we're definitely going to want some diced onion in there. Oh, I'm glad, Bryce. What made it so great? Put the red onion in there. What else are we going to put in there? We'll just leave that be. No, good for you, man. I'm happy for you. Yeah, somebody said down here if you roll it out and then you penetrate it, it'll squeeze all the juice out. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times you just don't want to overthink things, man. Okay, that's shit advice. That didn't work. So, fuck it. Yeah, that was a squirter. Yeah, sure, and a little bit more lime juice never hurt anything. I need a spoon. I'll be back. Oh, hey, never mind. Here's a spoon. A bit dirty, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, definitely rolling in and then squeezing it worked better. Somebody said if you just, rolled it out and then stabbed it, all the juice would drain out really easily. I'm not sure I'm a believer in that. They got me to try it. A little bit of sugar in there. Let's see here. A little bit of salt. Now we get to have fun with it. Black pepper. Good squeeze. Good crack. Cumin. Couple shakes of that. Oregano, sure, why not? What else is close by? Garlic powder, perfect. Yeah, well, it's not football season, Watching football now, you might be a little too obsessed with it. My garlic powder in. Okay, this is what we're rocking now. And if you add some cilantro or parsley even from the other room, this is where you would walk over and get it. Or if you just wanted more onion to balance all that tomato out, here's where you add more, Hey, what's going on, George? How you doing? Oh, that looks sickly. So guess what? If it looks like shit, surgery, gone. Just the color ratio is off, so we'll stir that in. A little bit of oil in there as well. Where'd my stirrer go? Let's go ahead and stir that up. Nice little bright salsa here. Good. Hey man, buddies, and get some sleep, man. Have a good one. Salsa's ready to go. Looks like the beans are getting there. Oh look, frozen corn. Dude, deploy, deploy. Yeah, that ice bits will add some water in with them, but that's okay. Night, Bryce. Back to the freezer. Get in there, soldier. Yeah, these things happen. Yeah, well, I had a can of sweet corn. You know what? Corn is corn, Peter. But yeah, I don't disagree. You know, you can make it cream corn. I don't even know what cream corn is. I'm assuming it's corn with cream. But guess what? That'll work just fine. Drink of choice tonight. Root beer. $160 calories, or 64 calories more than a Miller Lite. Oh, well, I appreciate that. Is it La? I appreciate it. Alright. Set all that aside. Let's go ahead and make my dessert. Just want something sweet, don't overthink it. I mean, a handful of strawberries works as a dessert here. Just kind of like I guess a bean salad with a diced pork chop. I don't know how to really dress it up more, but so good. Making my dessert with a bowl of strawberries. Well, it's nothing crazy, but it's enough to give you like that feeling that you had something sweet. If you wanted to, you could add a banana or half a banana to it. What I think I might actually do. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if beans are keto friendly, but it's time to pull out the Brussels sprouts here. Brussels sprouts are done. There we go. Oh yeah, this was a close one. The corn's probably cooked by now. Now, don't overthink things. Sure, you could add butter and sugar and turn it into a syrup, but that's not a terrible dessert. Yeah, it probably would, but it would also triple the calories. So. So we have our base, alright? Well, I gotta find a lid for this. Hold on. However, that is in bad need of salt. Pull this off, set it to the side. It'll stay just fine, I promise. Alright. We still got some things to do here. So, done with the cutting board, alright? And at least vegetables here. So, we got a pork chop. I'm going to do 2 tonight. One I'll have with breakfast, one I'll have with dinner here tonight. So, before I do anything, I'm just going to go around the outside. And every few inches, I'm going to just cut into the fat. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is if you cut that outside, I didn't mean cut into the meat, but it doesn't matter. But if you cut that layer of fat, that'll prevent it from curling up and it'll lay flat in the pan. And then if it lays flat in the pan, it'll cook a lot more evenly. So that's why I'm doing that. Okay, we're just gonna give a basic seasoning on these. Salt, pepper, cumin, and garlic powder. Black pepper. cumin. There's the garlic powder. Here's the garlic powder here. Okay, we're gonna flip them over here. You can get that pan preheating, by the way. And then we're just gonna repeat the same seasoning here. So, salt, black pepper, cumin, and garlic powder. And you can go crazy, you can season it however you want. Man, it's not that much. Really, you gotta remember, it's gonna leave a lot of that seasoning in the pan. So we'll let that come up to temperature for, I don't know, a minute, minute and a half or so. Huh. Something's making a funny sound. I'm a little bit confused, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, either olive oil, avocado oil. It doesn't really matter. I'm probably going to use avocado oil just for a little bit higher smoke point, but it doesn't make a difference. You can use butter if you really wanted to. I guess when I'm choosing my oil, the only thing I really care about is if I can tell where the oil comes from. Olive, oily. I know where that comes from. Avocado, oily. I know where that comes from. Peanut, oily. I know where that comes from. How the hell do you milk a sunflower, though, you know? Yeah, these are pretty thin. You could get away with it with butter, but you would have to watch it pretty carefully. You really are a basement pervert, aren't you, Peter North? Oh, thanks, George. I've at least seen your place on live, and you don't live in a basement, George. But it doesn't mean you can't be a pervert in your living room. Who am I to judge? Alright. We're not deep frying, but a little bit of oil. Well, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't put the beer on the cereal, though. Oh, you should hear a good sizzle. Lay it away from you so the oil doesn't splash back up on you. Nobody wants that. I mean, these I don't think are going to take much more than maybe 2-3 minutes aside max or so. Touche. We're going to go ahead and put the fry pan condom on, keep the grease from going all over the place here. Bye, man. if you're gonna watch a YouTube chef or whatever, Gordon Ramsay I think is one of the best teachers out there. Although he gets a little bit fancy, some of the times, Hey, listen, not all of us know what tarragon is, alright? Know what basil is, but what the hell is tarragon? Yeah. But the layaway, that is where I got it from, but it makes sense. I mean, you can tell he's passionate about it, though. I mean, even when you look at like Kitchen Nightmares and stuff like that, like you can tell the guy wants the people to do well. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna wake up hungover tomorrow while your fat ass is sitting in your basement recliner. Well, who has a recliner in the basement because you gotta go downstairs? Used your mother's couch from you when you were in fourth grade. I'm gonna be up tomorrow morning running, so I will enjoy my root beer. Thank you very much. No, yeah, well, he hustled. Oh yeah, we're getting a nice crispy skin on these guys. There's the oil back underneath that. There we go. That's about what we were looking for. Get back there, soldier. God damn it. We got those 2.5 sides on this side. I think 8 minutes would overdo these. I'm going to pull these out at the 6-minute mark, and I think they'll be about right. Because that was, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. It depends how hot you got your pan. Nice thick pork chops, but these aren't that thick, so. I'm going to get all the garlic off the cutting board so the dog can safely lick it. Well, they're not super thin, but they're not thick either. Look. Yeah, so you got your Brussels sprouts, that's going to be the base here. Black beans, corn. Over the top. Probably should have waited until I was ready to put the pork on, otherwise it'll start to get cold. But use your technology, put a lid on it. Yeah, I mean, if you were simmering it, like cooking it low for about an hour in a Miller Lite, that would be an excellent move. If I'm doing pulled pork, I use you know, kind of either a Miller Lite or something similar as my braising liquid, Peter. I would agree with you on that one. I think they're done. They'll keep cooking a little bit outside the pan. Just let them rest for a minute or two here. Yeah, I mean, you can get a little bit more, you know, you can get a little bit more aggressive than a crock pot. I mean, crock pot is also one of those things that's on my list, but most of the time I just do everything on the stovetop, so one of these days I'll get a crock pot. It'll be fine, George. It'll be fine. All right. As you can see, it's done. It's moist, dripping. Soft, tender. Penny can't wait. Set outside for dog treats. Alright, so you got this here, alright? Let's get all that on there just like that. Put this aside. The dogs will clean up this juice real quick. They'll take care of business there. Okay, now we got our little salsa here. Yeah, she's busy at the moment. I don't want to disturb her. Put that right on top there. Now, if we really want to get fancy, we can add a dollop of sour cream on top. I thought I had some cheese around here somewhere, but I don't think I do. Well, I did, but it's disappeared, but it's all right. A little bit of sour cream on top, just like that. I have some cheese, hold on. and some mozzarella. Now, if you really want to be fancy, you could top with some cilantro and other stuff like that. But this leaves a nice little leftover salsa for tomorrow, along with the beans and corn. Everything will keep just fine. That pork chop will dice up perfect tomorrow as well. But let's go ahead. I like to mix it all together so it's no longer pretty. So I guess the only real carbs you got in here are from the beans, but yeah, not tonight. Not tonight. Yeah, it's getting the job done. Ignore the mess. Ignore the mess, eat food while it's hot. The dishes will be there when you're done. Kiko. His name is Kiko. He just doesn't like to be picked up as much, Peter. And he doesn't have as good of manners. Yeah, so I guess it kind of turned out like a Chipotle bowl, but it was pretty good. We have a little bit more of that in there. A little bit more color, you know. I diced the jalapeno up in the salsa, but added a little bit of sugar and then the lime juice. So it's a little bit sweeter, but not everything needs to be blazing hot, you know. Most out of that package of, you know, dried Reaper peppers, so yeah, it'll be a while before I buy them again. Or use them for anything other than a big pot of chili or pulled meat or something. That's true. Usually they have enough that you can taste it, though. would not add to the recipe, Peter. Got him. I mean, he kind of leaves himself pretty open. This is very filling, so that's good. No, I mean, every ingredient was salted at some point. The Brussels sprouts were roasted with salt. The beans needed some more, so add some salt there. Put some salty cheese on the top of it. And then the pork was salted, and the salsa had a little bit of salt in. So, no, the seasoning's about right. You know, it's not blow your head off hot, not crazy sweet, but just mild in the middle. You can tell there's seasoning, but it's not overpowering or anything like that. Well, I think so. Maybe not the most pretty, but it is delicious. You know, pretty nutrient dense. So, what are you gonna do? And the best part about it is when I make breakfast tomorrow morning, they'll be quick, easy. I can put everything in tortillas and call it a good. Yeah, we'll see. I might run tomorrow. I thought tomorrow was a strength day, but we'll see how I feel. But I'm gonna call it a night though. So thank you all for joining. Uh, yeah, every day is a workout day, you know. But you know, I'm not gonna change from being a fat ass to a non-fat ass by diet alone. You know, there needs to be an exercise component of it. Oh my God, what a concept! But yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings. I'm gonna call it night, George, Peter, Lala, anybody else who's still in here. Thanks for joining, and hope to see you again. Good night, guys.